All right, what's up, everybody? We are shortly going to be joined by none other than Wim Hof. So bear with me here as we get him into the feed, but I hope everybody is doing well. Happy Monday. Hope everything is off to a good start for you guys. Like I said, we're going to be joined by Wim Hof, doing some Q&A here for called the next 30 minutes. So very excited to have him join. Let's see if he is available yet. 9. Not yet. All right. Well, I'm expecting him any minute. So welcome everybody to the feed until he gets here. If anybody has any questions, let me know. I'm quickly scanning the feed. All right. Don't see him yet. So all right, everybody. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are doing your physical distancing, and hopefully you are taking care of your mental health, which I think is going to be a bigger issue for people the longer we are all on lockdown. So make sure that you guys are taking it seriously and acting accordingly. We're going to be talking to Wim Hof today about some of the things you guys can be doing to make sure that your immune system is strong and ready to rock. So if you guys give me 1 second, I'm just gonna I think I see him. Let us see. There he is. What's up, man?
Yeah, good. Hi,
Doing
man.
well?
Yeah, great. I think it's time, a transitional time we live. You can turn always the negative into positive. Therefore, we have to use the mind. And how we can explain.
So
Bring psychology over physiology. Is that possible? That is a paradigm now. And it's most necessary now when you are in the lockdown, when you are isolated at home. What I'm going to do. Your psychology is the boss over the body. Whatever you feel, your emotions, your mood, you are able to regulate all that. And that's what we do through these techniques, which have shown themselves within the science. And now it's getting out. Now it's the time. Everybody needs it. Everybody needs how to bring down inflammation, how to boost the immune system, how to be stronger in our inner defense system, how to regulate our mood. We have all shown this in science. And now it's time. I want to say this to everybody. Hey, guys, we got a great opportunity right now. It's the
suspense, it's killing me.
And our immune system, so much better than before was thought possible. And now it is the time. And so this, what we do right now, this live streaming, is great. I use
So when you're
positivity into gain. So how I'm doing?
I want to talk a little bit about. I want to talk about the process. So I'm totally with you on psychology over physiology. What's some of that process?
How to do that? There are two ways. First, you can do deep breathing techniques that changes the chemistry of the body. And we are built with our brain within the right chemistry of the body, which we can change to come at terms with a much better connection inside of the body. I've shown this in brain scans and in fMRIs. That's one thing. Breathing exercises, deep breathing exercises, manipulating through retentions, the inner chemistry to go into the deepest part of our brain, how to unlock it and how to connect with it, all through breathing exercises. Amazing, simple. Everybody is able to do it. Let's do it after this. And people will feel, and feeling in the end is understanding. Then number two is to do it just with the mind alone. And this is a new paradigm. And I've shown this too in brain scans. Cold water comes upon my skin. I can only use the power of my mind, my thoughts, my consciousness. Can't do deep breathing in a brain scan. Can't do contraction of muscles because then you get a blurred vision on the monitors. Mm. So they say you can't do anything, but you can use your mind if you like. But we don't know if that is going to work. What happened? Cold water came upon the skin, and just by the power of my intention, the skin temperature did not go down. That is psychology over physiology. And let me say one thing more. I'm not a superhuman, but I feel super to be a human. And everybody is a human and able to feel super.
What is it? What's the link between the cold water affecting your, I want to break it down between what it's doing to the body and what it's doing to the mind. So walk us through some of the physiological changes.
Do you hear me?
That's not good. I can hear you, except for when we freeze.
And the psychological processes. If you go into cold, then cold is the stress. It is a trigger. It triggers in the body a vascular optimization. You got to be ready because the cold comes, your vascular system, the blood flow, it's 70,000 miles inside of us. Everybody has it. And it learns to adapt. It grows better, it flows better, and adrenaline gets in. So it becomes stronger. That is the transportation system of our hormones. If we go regularly into, say, cold water, then our body knows how to trigger adrenaline, how to reset the body, how to become stronger. And that through the blood flow. That is the physical part. Now the mental part. What is happening when we go into the cold water? Before you know you are going into cold water, it's a stressor. You learn to deal and to learn to control the stress mechanisms in the brain. They are residing in the depth of the brainstem. And in science, it was impossible for us humans to get into the consciously into the brainstem, the survival mechanisms, the adrenaline, the pain modulation, the euphoric cannabinoids, the endocannabinoid system. It was not possible according to science. And now it is possible. We have shown in science. And this is innately capacitated in every body of us. So how to deal better with pain just through psychology. How to deal better with your mood and strength. Is it all there? Yes, it is all there. Just by the power of the mind. And then when the body gets regularly, like in cold showers, I always say a cold shower a day. Remember the last time I was with you, the blue t-shirt. I love a cold shower. You better go into the cold shower because it lifts up the defense, internal defense system. And with that, the immune system, the innate immune system, which is a problem now in the coronavirus pandemia, the defense system is low. So it becomes much more receptive to the virus It's able to do harm, bring inflammation. When your immune system is spiked, and that is what cold water does, that is what deep breathing exercises do, then it knows how to detect the virus at the beginning. And at the beginning, it's always able to control it. But when it does its damage, then you are weakened. And then you got to go to hospital, respiratory syndromes, and all that happens. But we have to go back. People have to learn to activate their inner self-defense system a lot better. And that can be done through cold showers and deep breathing. Sooner or later, this is going to be out. This is not only against this virus, it's for all the upcoming viruses in the future and for a general well-being and against, say, mood regulation, no depression. Yeah, you want to learn that? Go into the shower, because then you learn how to deal with stress. You activate, it's like a vaccination. If you go into the cold, you learn about the stress. Then when stress comes, the body is ready to deal with the stress. It's all logic. We have lived too long in comfort zone behavior. We have weakened from the internal side. We have maybe cars and houses and heaters and air conditioning, but our bodies have been non-stimulated. And that non-stimulation is logical. It's like a muscle. You don't train it, it's still there, but it's weak. And then when you got to lift something because of a situation, you cannot. Or you break your arm, or some defects happening. And this is exactly what society nowadays is confronted with their own weakness. And that weakness does not need to be. It's very accessible and effective, and showing through science what we do is to bring up the defense system and mood regulation back in our personal will. Very accessible, very effective. Anybody can do it. That's
what about, so somebody was just saying in the feed that they've tried doing cold showers, but they have a hard time focusing. How do you help people, especially at the beginning, when the cold is so overwhelming and they have just intense desire to get out? How can they learn to center themselves?
That is through first the breathing. We have a free app on our website. And if you go along the free app, you get all the basics. And you don't need to get into more. If you like more, you get into more. But it's not needed. It's all provided. We want to freely give everybody the opportunity to tap in to their inner systems without force, without pain, to learn to connect deeper, to control pain, and to get more strength, and to get more health. It's all there. So before you go into the cold, you go and do deep breathing. With deep breathing, you change the chemistry. When the chemistry changes for the positive, then the adaptive power within our system is able to cope with cold or heat or disease or stress in general a lot better. And that is the idea, to learn to change and to be the master over your chemistry. Become the alchemist. It sounds like, but we are born to be in control over our chemistry. That is nothing more than logic. Only because of our comfort zone behavior, we weakened and we lost the connection how to control our chemistry. And this before you go into, say, cold or a new job, and you have to talk about yourself, and it's very important, or a big deal, and you are full of adrenaline, cortisol, and you don't know how to control it. You do the breathing, and you learn to calm yourself down. Your mood is being regulated, and that's the way we actually are built to be in control of any situation, any stressor. We are born to be able to deal with it. But because we never learned this in the schools, and this is what I want to advocate. We have to bring this to the primary school, make children able to understand what is happiness, strength, and health. That is hormonal control and the control over the immune system at will. Every kid, that is the most important in life. The core values of happiness, strength, and health in control. Then you won't lose the biggest wealth ever in your life. This is my message to you. It's all there. It's a free app. If you just follow the free app, it's very simple and very effective. And then understanding is feeling, and feeling is understanding. And it's a great understanding.
So one question that's come in a few times is, how cold is cold? So when you're talking about cold water, if somebody has the ability to control it, what's the ideal temperature?
A cold shower does a great deal of thermogenesis. Thermogenesis on the body means vascular fitness. When the cold comes in, and it doesn't need to be ice cold direct or something, just a cold shower, a good cold shower. You begin with 30 seconds, and very soon it's like 2 minutes. And very soon you become addicted to the cold shower. Why? Because it gives so much more energy. Because you are training the millions of little muscles in the vascular system, which is transporting all the blood flow. And that goes 24 hours a day. Then suddenly the blood flow goes a lot better, and it reaches out with the nutrients, vitamins, and the oxygen to the cells a lot better. That means a boost of energy. And what happens then too is that the heart rate, because of all these millions of little muscles, they are in the vascular system, they are optimized. Then the heart rate goes down with 20, 30 beats a minute, 24 hours a day. A cold shower a day keeps the doctor away. There is a big story behind it. And logically, what is deep breathing? If you go into the cold, the first thing you do is deep breathing. So before you go into the cold, learn to deep breathe. You change the chemistry, because the cold shows as a stressor that you are not ready for the stress. That's why it makes you breathe deep, to influence into the, to get more oxygen inside, to change the chemistry, to become stronger. That is the whole idea. It's all logic. And then at a certain moment, you get this idea, oh, I feel stronger if I go. I get so much energy if I take the cold showers. And I feel so relaxed when I go into a stressful situation because of this breathing. What is that? It is simple, it's effective, it's strong. You better do it. And everybody is now able. We have this free app. It's so simple. I'm sorry that it is so simple to become the best of yourself.
Wim, quick question that's come by. A quick question that's come by a few times is this, can kids do this? Is there any age ranges that should avoid this?
You know, that we have taught our kids, hey, put your jacket on, you get a cold, you become sick. Now the paradigm will be, get your jacket off, otherwise you become sick. It means that kids naturally already go outside without a jacket because they feel that they need the stimulation. It's natural to be stimulated. Their immune system is still building up, and the cold helps therein. The extremes help. Shit helps. Playing in the mud helps. Climbing in trees help because there's danger. And it all helps the adrenal axis to be activated and learn to be in control. And then when the shit hits the fan, that means COVID-19, COVID-20, COVID-222 come, you are ready. You are ready for the biological stressor coming in. And that we forgot about that.
What you just said about danger
and strong.
What you just said about danger, I find really interesting. This is something that when I was considering being a parent, I thought, man, your kids really need to have truly unsupervised play. I used to climb in trees. There's, of course, a risk of falling out. How do you think about that? What kind of leash should parents give kids to not just be cold, but to take risks, to play in, you know, reasonably dangerous situations?
Yes, I've been 6 years a tree climber, and I did that with kids, 10, 15 kids at the time, birthday parties. Every birthday party, after the birthday party, they said, this was my best birthday party ever. And they become serene. Well, you know why? Because they climb up and they get this natural feeling to challenge themselves. They go faster, more flexible. They want more. They exhaust their energy and they see what it is all about. And then they become very peaceful afterward. It's amazing. It's a natural a class, a lesson, and it always worked. In all the 6 years, in the thousands of kids I got, they all loved it. And we love our kids, give them what they love. They love challenge. They love to learn. They love to overcome naturally their limits and their rules. And this nature has the answers. Tree climbing is like going higher and faster and challenging, going over fears. And they feel great afterwards. And then you don't need to say, you got to do this, you got to do. They do it all. They are so peaceful. Always I saw the parents looking at their children, sitting after the tree climbing session for, say, 3 hours in a circle, eating brown bread instead of going to McDonald's, because it's a treat on their birthday and you gotta get all that shit. No, you get the simple food. And they were sitting, and the parents, I don't forget ever the faces of the parents. The parents were just watching something they had never seen. Kids complete in serenity, sitting there, just sitting there, like meditative serenity. And it's simply a phenomena. This is what we have to give to our kids. That what challenges their immune system, what brings their mood completely regulated into deep, deep peace, because it's all natural. And we forgot about that. And now we have fear about the COVID-19 and see what is happening. The whole world is on a standstill now. The economy, everything is. We got to reset. Now it's the time, the opportunity to reset, to become who we are and what we are in the depth. That what brings us happiness, strength, and health. Not an economy dancing and going on, exhausting the world, exploiting the world, sodomizing the planet, polluting the planet, becoming insensitive. And the purpose, where is it? Where is it? I don't see it anymore. We have to go back to purpose. And the purpose is love. The purpose is love, and the kid knows where to go for it. We go back in nature, go and ask yourself. Don't look too much on the telephone. Go out with the kids and play with them. They will show to be great teachers because they are still within the nature. If you know how to pacify a kid, you are the master.
So in this trying time where it's going to be hard, obviously a lot of people don't have access to going outside at all, let alone going out and climbing a tree. What can people do while indoors to begin this process of reconnecting, of recentering, of healing? What can they do?
So a lot of creativity can be done within. I got a 2-year-old. My oldest is 37. And my youngest is 2.5 years. Amazing he is. And how much he teaches me. What a different consciousness he got. And my consciousness of all what I've learned doesn't match up to the spontaneity of him. And it astonishes me. It flabbergasts me. And I follow his flow. And when I follow his flow, I'm playing around like a little kid. All day, almost all day long. I mean, I have no boring moments. because he is pulling me out my comfort zone all the time. And then I get all the exercise I want. Then we make things out of carbon paper, you know, carbon board. Carbon board, we paint, we play with the balls, I learn them to juggle. There's so many things you can do. And it's all day long. I'm really astonished about a 2.5-year kid who is so intelligent, because they are never boring, always asking, always developing. Then I come back and I see that their neurology is still fully alive. We get these boring moments because we are no longer expanding in our own brain, which, by the way, if you look at the neurology within our brain, it should grow until you die. It should expand until you die, neurologically, the neural pathways. Then, when that happens, then life is being felt. And the little kid shows me the way. And I love it. I love it. So, if you don't know what to do with your kid, just follow the kid, because he knows. He's the master of life, because he is not in words, he is in life. And he makes you alive if you follow him. There he is.
Amazing. Well, Wim, I have to wrap now, but dude, thank you so much. That was incredible. At a time like this where everybody's locked in, where your immune system matters so much, where getting your psychology right is really going to be the difference between staying sane and finding some peace and pleasure in this whole process. It's great to hear all of that. It's absolutely incredible. Guys, check out the Wim Hof method. The breathing stuff is so critical. Getting into the cold showers without understanding the breath control, I think is really to miss half the equation. So be sure to check that out. Wim, thank you so much for making the beginning of this for free. Thank you for coming in and just giving wisdom for free. It's really, really incredible. Keep sharing the message, man. It's amazing and super needed right now.
Thank you very much.
Be legendary. All right, everybody, peace out.
Good. Ciao.